Hello everyone! Today's game, as you can clearly see, features me on camera because I'm doing a PiP narration today. That is a narration that contains an apple calls with pips in it, otherwise known as picture-in-picture, because an apple call has pips in it and picture with the... Anyway, we've got a game here against a guy called Zev, and this was from Battle for Charity, I believe. I think it was, anyway. And, yeah, it was, because there's a story behind this. There's a story, people. I'll retale you with the tale of the story. Essentially, we were on Battle for Charity, and we were like, okay, we're in the Skype call, and we're like, so... we're gonna, the next person to donate a specific amount of money gets to go into the Skype call for this number of minutes. So Zev over here, he donates $19, and because he donates the $19, we're like, Zev, come into the call with us. So he comes into the call for 19 minutes, and it's a very, very enjoyable time. And then I think afterwards I'm like, Zev, let's have a battle, this should be fun. So we're gonna have a ROOO game, and the ROOO game is, I think I'm using the same kind of ROOO stuff as I was during most of the streams, so... we'll see how it goes. So we're going to start it now because I don't have a fancy mouse clicker on top of a fish tank. I just don't have a fish tank, so I'm sorry. So I'm just going to click this, and there we go, we're off. So as you can see, he's got a Dugtrio and stuff, he's leading with Dugtrio, which is going to be a little bit of a problem, but thinking about that, I decided to lead with Electros, because by leading with Electros, I eliminate that problem of getting Arena Trap straight away. Like, if I tried to lead with Pupitar and set up Stealth Rock, that would have kind of screwed my brain, because I would have died from my earthquake and stuff. It would be nice, but I do lead with Electros, which is fine. He's going to set up Stealth Rock to start with. I'm guessing he's Focus Sash lead. There really wouldn't be anything else that he should be as a Dugtrio lead. And so I'm going to go ahead with the Brick Break. This is not my OU Electros, this is my RU one, which is like a coil set with Brick Break and you know, other moves. It's more of a physically based than a specially based one. But as you can see, he's going to get a crit Stone Edge on the first Stone Edge he goes for, which is really frustrating because well, first of all, it means that Electros' survivability is reduced for later on, which is going to come into play quite a bit. Just having that extra damage on it is not going to be favourable later on in the match. So I do manage to take him out with 2 Brick Breaks, which is great. The thing is out the way. At least I'm 6-5 up at this point. But in comes Alakazam. He misses the Focus Blast. I wouldn't really call that hacks. I would say it kind of balances the crit, but not too much. Focus Blast misses all the time because it's Focus Blast. As you can see, I do a good amount with the Rock Slide, and here I predict him to stay in and want to go for another Focus Blast, which is why I'm going to switch to Drifblim. But it's going to turn out that it would have been better for me just to stay in and Rock Slide, because in comes Regice, and Regice in general has not great defense. Its special defense is pretty much through the roof, but its defense isn't too hot. So I'm going to go out to Drifblim, predicting the Focus Blast from Alakazam, and at this point I'm not in a great position because Regice can easily kill me with an Ice Beam. So I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond, hopefully to take it out after it kills me with an Ice Beam, but he's actually a Gravity set, which really threw me off. I did not know at the time, but Gravity basically increases the accuracy of moves which are like up to 85 accuracy or something, or 75 or something, to 100%, which is really freaking annoying because, as you can see, I'm going to try and kill him with an Acrobatics boosted by Flight Gem and stuff, but he's going to hit me with a Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon's going to fucking just ruin my day all over. So Average Blim's going to go down, which is a shame because Drifblim's great. It's a really good thing to use in RU, and I've been using Average Blim, and I've been using frickin' Heat Rampage. I don't know what the English name is, but the special attack boosting with Burn. So I'm going to go into COD here, thinking I can outspeed and go for a Rock Slide, which is a giant mistake because I die. Blizzard kills me from Regice and I die, and that is horrible. That's so horrible. It really is. I'm just staring in disbelief that COD is dead. It's terrible. I really needed that thing. Blastoise is on his team, and Blastoise is a huge problem. Though I do have Zebstrika, so all is not lost. As long as Blastoise can, as long as I can keep Zebstrika for Blastoise later, then I should be okay. But I'm just going to go straight ahead for the Wild Charge here as he switches to Entei. I was thinking about going for the Flame Charge, but thinking about it, he still had Entei and Blastoise left. so I didn't really want to go for that if he decided to. Well, he wouldn't switch in Blastoise here anyway, but Entei is a pretty obvious switching for him to go to. It's pretty bulky, it can take the hit, and it takes it with over half, and I'm not sure as to whether he's going to be Scarfed or Specs or Banded or Life Orb. I don't know what he's going to be, so I don't want to risk staying in. I'm going to go to Pupitar thinking he's going to go for the stab move. He does go for the Flare Blitz, and I can take that very nicely because I have really nice defenses with Eviler. So I do take it well, and fortunately Gravity's going to go away, so if he wants to go throwing Blizzards and Zap Cannons around again, he's going to have to go to Regice and set it back up. So I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rock here. I guess the Earthquake could have been nice as well to do a bit of extra damage to the incoming Blastoise. I do get Stab obviously on Earthquake because Pupitar, but his ground type as opposed to Dark, which Tyranitar is. But I'm actually going to stay in here and take the Scald. I wasn't quite sure what Blastoise was going to go for. I was kind of thinking he may just Rapid Spins, which is why I was going to stay in and go for a Screech, because by going for a Screech it would allow me to bring in Zebstrika, easily kill him with a Wild Charge. I think a normal Wild Charge would just kill him anyway, but it would just threaten him out even more with the potential of any other physical attacks. So I'm just going to go straight out for the Wild Charge. The Stealth Rock's going to help me nicely here as Entei comes in, and it's going to take a hell of a lot of damage, which will allow me to actually just KO it with the Wild Charge clean, and the thing's going to die, so that's great. Entei is going to go down, and Zebstrika is still looking alright. I mean, it's taken lots of recoil here and there, but I mean, in the long run, it's doing okay as long as I can keep it alive for Blastoise. I know I'll be in good shape for later on. So in comes Absol, and I'm going to predict the Absol to go for a Sucker Punch here, which is why I'm going to go for the T-Wave. Little did I know that he actually isn't going to go for the Sucker Punch on this turn, probably predicting me to switch, predicting me to predict the Sucker Punch, but by me predicting the Sucker Punch, I'm going to go for the T-Wave, and he predicts that, and now we're in just a whole world of mind stuff. But after that, I don't think he's going to go for the Sucker Punch again, because I think he's going to predict me to switch, which is why I go for the Wild Charge, and unfortunately it's not going to work out because he is going to take me out. I should not have taken that risk. Really, really poor play on my part. I needed to keep Zebstrika alive for Blastoise, and that's going to kick me in the nutsack later on. So in comes Sharpedo. I know that I can set up a sub on him because he may want to try and Sucker Punch me away, but he does see that coming, or he sees me going for a Protect or something, or whatever he might think I'm going to do, and I go, you know, he takes me out with a Superpower. So on this turn, I've got a feeling that he's going to go for the Sucker Punch, thinking that I'm going to just try and kill him with an Earthquake or Waterfall at this point, and which is why I'm going to go for another substitute. I believe that this was at the point where my Sharpedo wasn't leftovers, it was still Life Orb with sub, which, as I've said before, isn't something that I really like to do. So I set up the second sub, great, which allows him to break it with a Sucker Punch, but it also allows me to kill him because the first time, if he'd gone for the Sucker Punch, and it may well have killed me even though I resist it. Sharpedo's defenses are about as powerful as like this paper thing right here. I could just like rip that. I'm not going to rip it because that's actually something I need, but off it goes. So there you go, that Sharpedo makes Absol dead and stuff and dies. So what have we got here? I think that's coming in this cool story, bro, and that's Alakazam, which I can outspeed now, thankfully, because of the fact that I have Earthquake and I can kill him. He's not going to outspeed even if he was a Scarf variant. I've got enough speed boost at this point to where I can easily take him out. Life Orb Recall is going to kick in, and I think this is his plot, his plan to try and get rid of me, is to rack up as much Life Orb Recoil as he can on me, which is why I really wanted lefties in this kind of scenario, because it would have helped me a hell of a lot with this Blastoise. He still has Regice left, he still has Blastoise left. Obviously Regice is going to be weak to the Stealth Rock, so it's going to be relatively easy to take out if I'm able to use something like Entei with a fire move. But the problem is that Blastoise is still running around, so if I have Entei, which is my last guy, and I'm locked into one move, I'm going to have to choose a move. At this point, Entei didn't have Hidden Power Grass. Even if I had Hidden Power Grass, I probably wouldn't have gone for it, simply for the fact that Regice is still running around. So we're just going to go through the motions here of me using Shadow Ball, hoping for like every special defense drop I can get in the world, and just hoping that I can kill this Blastoise, just take it out and stuff. But he shows me he has Rest, which just makes me cry, dude. Makes me cry. I'm sorry. Wow, don't knock it. This was going so well until I just walk into that. But as you can see, he has Rest, which makes me cry. and Regice has rest as well. That's great, fantastic. So I'm just shadow balling here. Regice rests as well. So he just makes me cry because he has 2 things with rest and I can't do anything to kill them. Shadow Ball's just not doing enough. He lives with like a minutest, babyest, like little smidgen thing. Whoa, look at this. What the hell, man? What am I doing? What the hell? What the fuck? This was terrible. Yes, that was terrible, the ending, but it was a good game overall. I was just a bit of an idiot a lot of the time, where I just did stupid stuff and stuff. But otherwise it was a fun game, so good game, Zev. I hope that you people enjoyed watching this narration. I don't know why you would, because it was weird. But if you did, you can always leave a like and a comment. And that is all I'm going to say, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!